Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Pat, and today we are looking at the Big Trees mod. And I know when I play Minecraft, I see lots of small trees. I like to see more variety and bigger and more awesome trees, and this is really what this mod does for you. Right now we are in the snow biome, and here is a giant tree. It adds giant trees into all the different biomes, or most of them at least, and really just makes them better. There's some huge ones now, and just increase the size of some of the normal trees here. But yeah, this one is massive, and you could really do a lot with something like this because of its sheer size. This is what I would do, at least. This is my example. Is I would probably break this down. I don't know if this is the same kind of wood. Oh, is it? I'd probably do something like this, and have a door or something like that, and then have a ladder up to the middle of the tree, and then you could have your whole house inside this tree, and no one would even see it. It would be pretty cool. I mean, you could do a lot of stuff like that with these giant trees, and that's something you can't do in regular Minecraft. Let's just fly around and take a look at some of the different biomes. And as you can see, the trees are much bigger than they normally would be here. And there is, of course, the giant trees that spawn every once in a while, like that one over there. So it really does add some nice variety to the tree spawning. Very tall ones over here. Here's one over here that is a different color than the other ones, just to show that there are many different varieties of trees that will spawn for you. And a cool thing about the trees is they actually have roots. So if there's a cave like right next to one of the trees, you can actually see the roots in the caves, and I'll try to find that example for you. Isn't that easy to find while you're actually looking for it? Usually where there's big hills, there's some really giant trees, and we found some ice mountains over here, and these trees are completely massive in size. They're huge, very tall trees to go with the tall mountains, and they look pretty good as well. I like really how that they were made. I don't know what you do exactly with them, but they really would make some good scenery, and you can actually grow all these trees. And at the end, after we go through all the different biomes, if I could find another damn biome, I will show you how to grow all the different trees so you can use them for scenery, for your builds, and stuff like that. Alright guys, I found a forest over here, and as you can see, there's a lot more trees added into it in general. It's very foresty now, which is kind of cool, and it really adds more to the exploring aspect of it, really. I think it looks pretty good, and really adds more to it. Alright guys, we're coming up on a hill biome now, and as you can see, some of the same kind of trees that we've seen before. But there's some really cool trees. I think they spawn in a swamp biome. I'm having trouble finding one of those. But you can actually make them in any biome, so it doesn't really matter. You can just grow them. And you grow things with wood and bone meal and a sapling all mixed together. And I'll show you all the different combinations. Alright guys, finally I found a swamp. And these have the coolest trees by far, is the swamp. Swamp's usually the most boring biome in my opinion. Now it has the most awesome trees. As you can see, these trees are completely massive. And some of these you can actually climb up just by yourself. I'm trying to find one that's climb upable. I know I built one before in practice that you could actually climb up. This one doesn't look too climb upable, but there's a lot of room in the middle of the tree for actual building. If you wanted to go in here and clear out a lot of the sides, it's already pretty much a treehouse built for you. But let's take a look at some of these other trees. They're just all massive, and the swamps are awesome now. This just is swamp's the best biome all of a sudden. And you can see that there's multiple different kinds as well. I believe that these ones are called hat trees. Oh, here's a good one. This is what I was looking for. This is one of the ones that you can climb up, try to find a spot from the bottom. Alright, climb up from over here. And this is one of the varieties you can climb. And it's basically like a treehouse built for you already. Because you just gotta clear out some branches, and you can pretty much just go up here and build whatever you'd like. I mean, when you build a treehouse, at least in my experiences, you have to do a lot of like building like stuff like wood out like this, and it's pretty much already set up for you, which is pretty awesome. And really, look at the size of these trees. This is really my favorite biome, and I had so much trouble finding it for this review, but look how awesome these trees are. And what we're gonna do now is, because there actually aren't any that were added to like the mushroom biome or anything, at least it didn't show that there was any on the page for the download. So what we're gonna do is show you guys exactly how to make any of these trees. You can make all of them, you can build them wherever you want, and we're gonna find an example of the roots as well. You're actually going to need a lot of room to actually make these trees. This one's the great oak. You have to position any wood, it doesn't matter what kind of wood, in this position, and any sapling right there, and then use the bone meal, and this will grow you a great oak tree. And there we go. That is a great oak. So if I did miss any of the trees, then I could easily show you them right now. Obviously you need a lot of room for this. I'm not sure if we saw this exact tree. Some of the trees are harder to find than others, but this one looks pretty cool, and obviously oh, there's finally my example of the roots. You can see the roots actually sticking out of the side over here. So if you were to dig into here, you'd probably see roots, and you can see them right there. which adds to the realism of the game itself and trees, in my opinion. This one right here is called a block oak, which I imagine is much smaller than the other one since a lot less wood was needed to make it, but here we go. And yeah, we've seen this tree before. Now we're going to make another one. This one right here is really simple to make. It's called a post oak, and it's pretty much, it's a really tall tree, and that's why it's really easy to make, because it only has one part of the trunk. But I really do like this one anyway, and since it's simple to make, I'd probably have trees everywhere if I use this mod. Get ready for a completely massive tree for this one. This one is the swamp oak. Okay, we got attacked by the tree. And that is that really huge one that you can't climb up, but you could obviously make some kind of tree house in that if you, and my example at the beginning where you could, make a ladder, you could obviously do that with this too. You could even go from underneath the ground since there's all kinds of wood and stuff, but easily could hide a complete home, huge home in there if you wanted to. This one's the thick pine. And by the way, guys, you don't actually have to memorize this. This is all on the page of, for the download. So if you want to check it out, you don't have to be writing these down or anything. They should be really easy to figure out anyway. This one is called the Cypress. Another big tree. Actually, I don't think we've seen, yeah, we have seen this one. This was in the swamp biome as well. So pretty much all the coolest trees are in the swamp biome, just my opinion. But yeah, this is a really simple mod. And guys, I didn't mention that it's actually extremely easy to install this as well. It doesn't require anything, really. It doesn't require Forge or ModLoad or anything. You basically just drop the files in and bam, you have some giant trees. So there are 3 more to show you guys, and they're all hat trees. This is the one that I was able to climb up before. Probably one of my favorites. And there we go, I'm stuck in it. But yeah, that's the one you can climb up real easily. And that's probably the best feature of it, is that you can climb up it. Alright, let's try the other hat trees. They're almost, I may have built this in the wrong spot now. I don't know if it'll work. I don't think it's gonna. Oh, it did, and I'm inside it actually. Which is pretty awesome. I like this one. I don't think we saw this one before. But it has a completely hollow center. No, this is just like the other one. Except, is it a different size? I think it is a thicker trunk. I think that's what it is. And the trunk is completely hollow, which you can put whatever you want in there. I like it. Let's take a quick look at it again. And then there is a smaller version of the hat tree as well, and that is the last one we're going to look at. And that is all the trees that there are, and damn, I put these in bad spots. Let's just make it one more time. So it's really easy to make anyway. And this one is just a little bit smaller than the other one, so I imagine it's going to be this. I'm actually going to stand in the middle and see if I spawn in the middle with it again. Alright, here we go. I'm thinking I will. Yeah, I will. So it's the same type of tree, except it's smaller. With a smaller trunk. It's hard to tell if it's even smaller. I think it just might be the trunk that's smaller. So I think the difference between the hat trees is really just the size of the trunk. If you take a look at the first hat tree we went into, it's actually got a really small trunk, but they all seem to be about the same size, so it's really on the trunk size. You're probably going to want the one with the biggest size, and they're all the same amount tall, so I guess it's just the trunk size is the only difference of those. Anyways, guys, if you want to download this, it's in the description. It's extremely easy to install. If I can do it, then you can do it too. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this mod review, and feel free to comment, rate, and subscribe for more good videos. See you guys later.